Her message arrived at exactly 9:47 p.m. I want a divorce. All communication through my lawyer. No greeting. No explanation. Just that. I stared at the screen for a long minute before typing a single word back. Understood. Then I turned off my phone, leaned back, and smiled, not out of relief, but out of calculated control. She had just declared war, unaware that I had already won. Lena and I met 10 years ago. She was radiant, sharp eyes, a disarming smile, a confidence that made the room lean toward her. I was steady, methodical, the man behind the scenes making sure everything ran smoothly. She called me her anchor. I called her my wildfire. Together, we burned brilliantly. The first 5 years were golden. A tiny apartment, late-night takeout, laughter echoing off bare walls. Then success arrived. My promotions, investments, travel. Suddenly, the man behind the curtain was running the show. Lena liked it at first, then she didn't. Somewhere between charity galas and quiet dinners that stretched into silence, I felt her drift, not away, but beneath me. Her tone sharpened. Her touch cooled. I told myself it was stress, marriage fatigue. I was wrong. It started with patterns. Small things. Her phone face down more often. Gym bag left in the car overnight. Perfume change. A noose uncovering an old lie. The first undeniable sign came with a dinner we didn't share. She said it was a networking event, but a mutual friend mentioned seeing her at a city bar with someone. The next morning, she kissed me as if nothing happened, and I played along. I grew quieter, not distant, but observant. I mirrored her lies with careful precision, installed security cameras at home, synced her iCloud to our shared account, of course for safety. Then one evening, the truth appeared on my screen. A message thread between her and a man saved as S. You make me feel alive again. He'll never see it coming. They always write like that, as if the thrill will shield them from consequence. I read it in complete silence. My pulse didn't even spike. Betrayal has a strange stillness once confirmed. That night, I poured a drink, opened my laptop, and began building my case. Emotion is weakness. Information is leverage. Over 3 months, I collected everything: bank statements, messages, photos, location data. Hired a private investigator, not to expose her, but to track her timing. Revenge is about sequence, not rage. She thought she was preparing to leave me. In reality, I was clearing the path, but not the one she expected. I moved assets quietly, closed joint accounts under the guise of financial restructuring, transferred the house into a trust. She never noticed. She thought she was in control. That's what made it perfect. When her text came, I want a divorce. All communication through my lawyer. I knew she was finally making a move. She thought she'd set the board. She didn't realize I had already removed half her pieces. Within the hour, I canceled every credit card linked to my accounts. Her flights? Gone. Spa memberships, leased car, insurance coverage, all deactivated. By midnight, she went from a woman of comfort to a name on a frozen ledger. The next morning, I called her lawyer. Calm, professional. I told him I would fully cooperate. But since Lena had been unemployed for 3 years and living entirely on my income, we would need to reassess her claim to marital assets. I emailed him the evidence: photos, messages, travel receipts, a full dossier, time-stamped, sourced, irrefutable. I could almost hear the silence through the phone. 24 hours later, the lawyer called. His voice wavered between politeness and panic. Mr. Hale, Lena didn't realize you had all this. I assume she briefed you? I understand. I said evenly. We may need to revisit her demands. Then I hung up. Minutes later, Lena called. The first time in weeks. What did you do? She hissed. Nothing, I said. You wanted everything through your lawyer. I simply followed your requests. Her breathing quickened. I could hear her realization breaking inside her, the slow crumble of arrogance turning to fear. You can't just... I already did, I interrupted. A long pause. Then the smallest sound, not a sob, not a scream, just deflation. That was the moment I knew the revenge was complete. Not because she suffered, but because she understood. People think revenge is loud. Fire, fury, confrontation. It isn't. It's silence. It's the absence of reaction. It's the moment they realize you were never emotional. You were strategic. Lena moved out within the week. Her lawyer negotiated a modest settlement. I didn't push. I didn't need to. Victory wasn't in the money. It was in the precision of execution. Justice isn't always found in courtrooms or apologies. Sometimes it's reclaimed piece by piece, breath by breath. I didn't block her number. I didn't gloat. But every month, when I see the mortgage transfer notification she no longer has access to, I remember the final word I sent that night. Understood. And I smile. She never really had the game.